If you're an Asian dude that's trying to improve your dating life, but you struggle with social anxiety, you don't know how to approach a girl, keep a conversation going, or even start a conversation because you freeze up and you kind of forget what you're gonna say. I'm gonna show you in this video with an interaction that I did with a young lady in Seattle, where it's the toughest city to approach and date. I'm gonna make it so easy for you that you know exactly what I said, why I said it, and my thought process going into this. I saw this girl just walk by while I was filming a video. I was like, you know what? Let me approach her real quick, give her a compliment, and see how this conversation was gonna go. I gotta say, what's up?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Are you going to the gym right now?
No, I just went to return something at Lululemon.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're a Lululemon type of girl.
Yeah.
Have you tried Gymshark? Have you tried any other brands?
Yes.
Yeah?
I like Lululemon.
Really? What makes Lululemon something that you want to wear?
I think I like the quality of it.
You can be an athlete for them.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's sweet.
Have you ever tried getting sponsored? No. Really? Okay. The approach was very simple, super straightforward. There's a reason why I came up to her and said, hey, super random. I thought you were absolutely gorgeous, and I had to say that. One, it's gonna tell her that, hey, I'm coming up here. I'm gonna be intentional with our conversation and why I approached you. And then transition into how's your day going? And then with the observation that she was wearing gym clothes. She looks fit, she's wearing gym attire. I was like wondering, hey, what's the difference between Lululemon and Gymshark? What do you like about them? So I just put it in a scenario for her so that we can have a conversation, we have a dialogue, and to give her thoughts on the two brands and then transition into a different topic. You seem like you're like an influencer, social media type of girl.
I'm just a normal girl.
Oh, don't say that. So then I asked an assumption question to spice up the conversation. Hey, you seem like you are like an influencer type of person. And she says, hey, no, I'm just a normal person. Most guys don't play it bold. They just play it nice and keep it safe. And I'm very straightforward, like, hey, like you're not a normal person. Like you're unique, you're just not a normal girl. It's okay, you can be special. So just being able to put my own boldness, my own commentary, and it's not offensive at all. It's like, hey, like you seem very interesting, you're not boring, like what do you really like? And so for you, you wanna be able to be confident, you wanna be bold, you also still wanna be very playful and just in a teasing way.
Just like literally moved to Washington, so.
I'm guessing New York.
No, I'm from Indiana.
What the heck? I'm glad you moved because India has nothing over there.
No, it's kind of random.
Yeah? What'd you move over here for?
For work.
What most guys don't do is just change the topic. They just stick on one topic for forever. If you talk about gym, that's all you talk about during that conversation. I like to change up the topic from the gym to your work to what you're doing. So it transitions because I dictate it. So you control the conversation. You can decide when to transition because that's gonna give the girl a refreshing conversation. Just from talking to her and being aware of the conversation and her energy, I can tell that she's in her bubble. She's not that social and she's not very receptive to what I have to really say because she's not asking questions. She's not curious about me. So it's more about her, like what does this guy want? I can just tell from her body language. I can tell by her not really being active and proactive and asking questions, but she's still answering questions. She still is engaged. She has her eyes on me. She's smiling, but she might still be in her bubble. And so what we have to do is continue leading the conversation. We have to continue just transitioning and see how this flows and stay in the pocket as long as possible. Let me guess, tech? God, Lee.
Yeah.
Okay, Amazon, Microsoft?
Yeah.
What I didn't like about what I did during this interaction is I asked too many assumption questions. Like, it seems like you're an influencer. It seems like you're from California. It seems like you are in tech, right? And you can tell from her body language, like, hey, like, calm down with the assumption questions. You know, I could have changed the way I ask a question, but in the spur of the moment, sometimes you just go on the fly and you just have to assume because number one, you're leading the conversation. If you're talking to someone who just doesn't reciprocate, that doesn't want to have a conversation, that isn't asking questions and having a back and forth interaction. And it's okay because as you continue to level up your social skills and approaching more women and getting in more conversation, you'll be self-aware of like, okay, cool. I need to work on my tone of voice. I need to know that I need to control the way that I ask questions, give her space, distance, body language. There's so many things that you have to work on while in one conversation. Okay, so you're from Indiana,
Yeah.
you do tech. What's another red flag of yours? I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Give me one green flag about you.
I like a good sunset.
Okay. I mean, the sun sets earlier now these days, yeah.
That's great.
And with her, I was like, okay, you're from Indiana, you do tech, like what other red flags do you have? In a teasing way, right? Just changing up the spice level, being able to have a more playful conversation, just so she's more comfortable and I'm just having a fun time. I'm so comfortable in my own skin that whatever I say, I don't really care what's gonna come out of my mouth or how she reacts, because it's just all practice for me, but it's the way that she responds and I can play off of that. So as you have these interactions, you'll be able to read people's energy, say, hey, do I need to back off? Do I just say, I'm kidding? Or is she really into the playful teasing manner? And for her, she's not playful. She's a little bit more serious. She's a little bit more in her bubble. So I kept it light and just tested the waters. And obviously she wasn't too fond. So I'm like, hey, I'm kidding. So just give me like a green flag about you. And her answer was relatively boring, right? And she's practically a brick wall that I had to keep bouncing questions and answers and responses. But this is good practice, because if you're able to do this in one of the toughest cities in America, you can go out to Tampa, you can go to Dallas, and it's so much easier, and you'll understand that there's so many other women that actually want to have a conversation with you.
I'm Ty, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Do you like coffee or bubble tea by any chance?
Sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes?
Like not really low-key.
How about tea?
Sure. Tea.
Sure. Okay, give me like a 100% answer.
I like tea, yeah.
Okay. Like what kind of tea?
Any tea.
Like a fruit tea type of deal? Like a share tea?
Like a Earl Grey tea.
Earl Grey tea. I would love to take you out for Earl Grey sometime.
Sure, I guess.
You can say no. It's okay if you say no.
Well, I'm kind of in a rush right now to head home, but
Okay.
maybe I definitely.
Grab my number and we'll plan something. Yeah?
Okay.
Here, I'll put in my number.
So this is how I gauge interest and see if she wants to be down to go on a date. I ask her like what she likes to do, what she likes to drink, and she gives me this back and forth conversation of, I don't like coffee, I like tea, which kind of tea you want. And I asked her, hey, I would love to take you out for tea. And she's like, sure. A sure is not a yes. It's most likely a no. And I'm so bold with it and confident in myself. Like, I don't need you to have a good time. I don't need you to go on a date with. I can go find someone else to go on a date with, because I have so much abundance. I'm not gonna be so desperate to go on a date with you that I'm like, I wanna go on a date with you. I need your numbers. Like, nah, like, yo, give it to me straight. Like, you can say no. Like, if you don't wanna go on a date with me, it's great. I don't really care. I'll find someone else. But she gave me an excuse of, I'm running a little late and I need to go. So that's a cue for me to know that, hey, she's not that interested, but let's continue to stay in the pocket and see if I actually get a number. And because I'm so confident and because I know myself, asked her to give me her phone to punch in my number and then give it back to her, and she has the decision to either text me or not. That's cool. If she doesn't text me, it's cool. She texts me, it's cool. It's a win in any book, okay? I approach her, that's a win. I'm able to hold a conversation, that's a win. I'm able to have a conversation when she isn't very responsive and asking me questions, that's totally fine. And also getting a number close, cool. I'm good with that. It's the biggest lesson that you have to understand that you are the prize, but you have to work on yourself. You have to work on your confidence, you have to work on your social skills, and you can enhance this by having more social interactions and having more conversations. This doesn't happen overnight when you have money, when you have your looks down, when you have everything down to the T with your lifestyle. This works when you put yourself out there, when you start approaching, when you have more conversations, when you have more conversations with women and having more fun and being able to show a little of your personality, your boldness, your confidence. That's what women appreciate. And because I'm doing this in Seattle, it's tough. But when I go to Tampa, when I go to all these other cities, it's so easy because I built the skill from talking to a brick wall to talking to someone who actually wants to play tennis and go back and forth and back and forth. So this is a skill that you're gonna have to learn, and it's gonna come somewhere in your journey. It'll probably come in the first 5 interactions that you have, because you're gonna blank out, you're gonna forget, and now you have to spitball, practice and practice and practice. So I hope this video was super helpful for you. Let me know in the comments what you learned from this video and this interaction. And if you want to learn how to actually overcome approach anxiety, build social confidence, join the Asian Boss Boy community down below. I'm gonna help you do more breakdowns on my interactions and give you more value. So join the Asian Boss Boy community down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Asian Boss Boy